Hello everyone, this is Red Racer. We are back today because of Dave from SuperMetalDave64. Dave challenged YouTube content creators to criticize constructively Nintendo. Now, I already gave my review for the Switch. I have that video up right now, link in description. Let me know Let me tell you about how I made that video and why I am making this one, besides Dave asking for it. Let's get started. Like usual, in order to not sound too stupid and somewhat coherent, I type out my script for my videos. This usually takes anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour or hours, depending on how much stuff I want to go over and what I'm doing that day. I try to make my videos as concise as possible. Technically, I am a YouTube content creator, and usually, if I am not playing and cussing in Titanfall 2, I talk about Nintendo in my videos. I have a history of video game consoles video up on my channel. That was one of the first ones I uploaded. In it, I talk about how I started with the original NES and now have an Alienware Alpha and even occasionally game on my Mac. Go ahead and make fun of me, that's fine. So let me tell you, even though my channel is very young, I am not. I am 32 and have played on every single Nintendo console. Just FYI. I just started and have 15 subscribers. I am thankful for them and thankful for all the views I get on my videos. I really am. So for those of you who have been watching and listening to my ramblings, I deeply thank you. Okay, now on to the purpose of this video. So when I was writing my script for my Nintendo Switch review video, I started with the pros. I listed them and still agree with those things listed. Then, trying to be balanced, and since Nintendo is not paying me to do their dirty work for them, I wrote down the cons or negative aspects of the Nintendo Switch. And then I noticed something really weird. The negatives vastly outnumbered the positive. Do I have fun playing Super Bomberman R? Since it's the only game I have so far? Yes. Am I excited to have access to Nintendo IP? Especially Mario Kart 8 Deluxe next month? Yes. Do I enjoy posting stuff on Twitter directly for my Switch? Yes. Do I enjoy not being able to see what I just posted on my Switch? No. Side note, my wife loves Mario Kart as well, and when I told her I pre-ordered it on Amazon, she asked when it was arriving. I told her April 28. She was a little bummed out. She wants to play it, so do I. And so here I will go over the negative aspects on the Switch again, but only because I too, like Dave, want Nintendo to succeed. I don't have children yet, but when I do, and when the kid turns 7 or 8, or so, I would love to introduce them to Super Mario IP and Mario Kart and even Kirby and Pokemon. What would a childhood be like without Super Mario? Let me list out the cons quickly. 1. The battery life is mediocre. 2. 32 gigs of space is even less than I imagined for a 2017 console. Come on, we can't even have the option of getting 64 gigabytes? That's not cool. 3. Once you switch, it seems like it is overpriced from what I have heard. I thought this right off the bat, which is why I have not bought it. I will buy it in half a year or so when it's used. 4. Reports of the dock scratching the plastic screen are coming in. 5. The kickstand is okay, could be better. 6. It is really easy to incorrectly put on the Joy-Con straps. When you take them off, they sound like they are going to break off. This is a design flaw. Maybe the plus and minus sign on both the Joy-Cons and the straps should be white or otherwise readily visible. Price, $300 is a little higher than expected. But I did pay for an iPhone $450, so I shouldn't complain. And if you buy an iPhone every year that costs 600 or 700, I think you shouldn't really complain about it because $300 for a Switch, a console, which arguably can be released every 4, 5, 6, or even 8 years, is not that much when you compare that. But a smartphone definitely has more features and more capabilities, such as apps to communicate or to have fun or to be productive. 8. Officially licensed products for Nintendo Switch are very expensive. Some stuff you can't avoid, like an extra pair of Joy-Cons, but others you can. Before I go on to number 9, I would like to tie in a comment I left on this video. Nintendo Switch dual screen online gaming ? Link in description. Here is a screenshot of the text. Pause and read it if you want. Okay, now everything I said in that statement I still agree with, and I still think those reasons are valid. However, I was under the impression that all of the online features would be available at launch. Nintendo said that the online features would be free for the first 6 months or so, and in fall of 2017, people would have to pay for the online services. That app that's supposed to help with online gaming is not out yet, and as of today, I have not seen anything to indicate of when it's coming out. If Nintendo comes out with this app closer to the time frame of when they will start charging for online gaming, then that is really fucked up. That is bullshit. We still can't schedule matches online or voice chat or even message other people. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just give everybody online my phone number so we can talk while we're playing? Before the Switch came out, I thought not having a web browser or Netflix or other quote tablet apps would be okay, but I have changed my mind, mainly because I want to use my Switch. It's a brand new toy and I'm excited, but I can only play games on it for now. But Reggie recently said that they're talking to Hulu and Netflix and others to make apps on the Switch possible. He didn't specify when. That's a little late to the party. I think they should have started talking to them way back then. I don't know. And this is where I offer a reason for why Nintendo is doing this. I am not justifying Nintendo's actions, nor am I defending them. But if I am the CEO of Nintendo and my whole point is to sell as many games as possible, I would make it so the Switch can only be used for games. My reasoning would be this. To make more money, I will give them this hardware that only runs games, for which they need to pay more money. They can't go online, they can't watch movies on it, only play games. Of course, this will only end up hurting them because if I can't use my Switch for anything else besides games, then I will not use it for anything else and have it with me less time. I have already gone through this. I play Super Bomberman R for 40 minutes or so, and then I just turn it off and put it away. I can't be playing video games all day. Well, I can, but I shouldn't because I have other things to do. I would like to use the Switch when my wife and I cook. It'd be great to watch Netflix on it while cooking or listening to SiriusXM while reading a book or whatever else. If I need to carry my phone which does all of that, then I will be less troubled if I forget my Switch at home. So in essence, the more things you have on the Switch, the longer people will spend time on it and the more use it will get out of it. People will get out of it. More negative things. The Wi-Fi is always on. I haven't figured out how to turn it off. After it wakes up, the Wi-Fi takes several seconds to connect, and even when I am 10 feet away from my router with nothing obstructing the line of sight, I still can't get full bars on the Switch. Weird. Now let me address the last couple of points. One of which is the belief that Nintendo rushed the Switch. This could be true, There are hardware problems, design issues, and lack of content to indicate that the Switch was indeed rushed. But this is partly our fault as well. By we or us, I mean the Nintendo consumer and the media outlets. Why? Because, and I am guilty of this as well, the online Nintendo community kept on insisting and insisting that the Switch should come out as quickly as possible. When we were told the Switch was not launching for Christmas 2016, we were all upset. But Nintendo said that the reason why this happened was to make sure we had enough games at launch and a good steady flow of games. Okay, since that is the only reason we got for why the Nintendo Switch was, quote, delayed if you think it was or wasn't, we can safely assume that this implies that the hardware was ready. And the hardware needs to include some sort of user interface software. So we can also assume that that was ready, or it should be at least. Okay, well, they didn't have anything else on the Switch like apps or customization, unlike the 3DS. They didn't announce when the new features will be added. They didn't say if customization of the UI would be possible. They didn't even announce the status of the phone app to accompany the Switch online gaming experience. So either A, Nintendo has completely gone insane and assumed that a mobile device with Wi-Fi connection should not have anything else but games, or B, the console was rushed. Which makes more sense to you? Were they really so busy making 1-2 Switch, importing or porting Zelda, and testing on Mario Kart and Splatoon that they could not have bothered to give anything else above and beyond the bare minimum for the UI software? Don't get me wrong, I like the UI. It's sleek, it looks good, and it's quick. But where are all of the other features, Nintendo? Are you going to add the online gaming phone app just before you start charging us for online gaming? If so, that's really messed up. And so I just want to tell Nintendo, we all love your games. We enjoy your hardware, quirky as it may be. But you cannot go on creating hardware that does not at least meet the norm for other, what we can consider similar hardware that we already use. By that I mean a Wi-Fi enabled device that is mainly to play games is fine, but you should put more features on it, and they should have come at launch. If they didn't, then the console could have been rushed. Maybe this was the real intent for Nintendo to just release it like this. I don't know. I don't think so. The 3DS has a web browser. It's a little bit crappy. You can listen to music on the 3DS, MP3s. You can have Netflix on the 3DS, even though I don't really recommend it. Partly because I can't figure out how to take off the closed captioning on that, but regardless, Nintendo should have given us more features on the Switch besides just gaming, a gaming piece of hardware. So that's it. That's my response to Dave's video. I hope Nintendo listens to me, him, and everybody else that's telling them that they shouldn't be doing this. Maybe they did this because, like I said, they're getting too greedy with getting more money from us. I don't know. If they don't fix the Switch soon, maybe it might be the last console they make. I don't know. We just have to wait and see. But for the near future, and by that I mean 6, 7, or 8 months, the rest of this year, the software looks like it's coming. And by that I mean games. Hopefully that momentum can keep going and other developers can develop more games for the Switch. And Nintendo can add some more features that we all want or maybe we need. So yeah, that's it. Let me know what you guys think. This is Red Racer signing off. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you on my next video. Bye.